All right. This is Omar, the Knife Shark Guy. I'm back with another knife video for you today. And today, as you guys remember, I told you with my last two videos, which were the last two new knives that I got, that I was going to do a series of videos on my custom knives. I was going to pick a topic and I was going to discuss it and maybe get your feedback on that topic. We're going to scratch it. I'll tell you why. You ready? I got another one. Oh, I got another one. Yes, I'm very sick. I know. Before I even talk about what this knife is, let's just go ahead and give a good quick look. Always got to do that. All right, there's the front of the knife. There's the back. Love that CNC machine titanium pocket clip. Beautiful. Okay. Beautiful drop point blade. So now let's go ahead and find out, what did Omar, the Knife Shark Guy, buy? This knife has been on my radar for an entire year. They bring it out. Every time I go down to the blade gallery, I'd look at it. I'd flip it a couple of times. They put it back. I come back again, same thing. You know, they pull it out. I'd look at it, flip it a couple of times. They put it back. Like Groundhog Day, over and over and over again. For a year, and I'm not ashamed to say that the price was stopping me from buying it. Yes, it's a very expensive knife. I'll tell you the price a little later on. So today I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger, purchase this piece. Credit card debt's up there. I'm really, I'm not really worried too much about it. I got a job. So, I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger, get the knife, and I'm real happy that I did, because I would have just continued the Groundhog Day thing over and over again. I decided to stop that cycle. So, this knife is made by Trevor. Trevor Burger Custom Knives. This guy has been around for a long time, making fantastic knives. You guys probably know him, famous for his EXK front flippers. He's got the EXK Plus, the EXK Base, and then there's the CFL. Those are the knives that he's well known for. Every time he puts those knives out, people buy them and they eat them up like candy. I'm sad to say I don't have one yet, but I will get one soon. I want a really full... That's the piece I'm actually... If I'm lucky enough to contact that man, I would love to have him make me a full dress piece one, if it's at all possible. I'd love to have that done. But for now, this is the topic knife we're talking about. So this is a large flipper. The name of the knife is called Dakar Flipper with silver strike carbon fiber and titanium. We're going to get to the size comparisons in a second. This knife is just unbelievable. The smoothness on it is crazy, as you can see. It's also an incredibly light knife for a titanium knife, specifically because of the silver strike carbon fiber, taking up more than half the knife on the scales. That really does lighten the load on this. It is a liner lock with titanium scales, so titanium liners. So it is an all titanium knife. It's also got titanium bolsters, right? Really beautiful. Can't stop doing. I could do that all day long. So let's go ahead and do some specs real quick. So the blade length of this knife is 3.8. The cutting edge length is also 3.8. The total length of the knife from the tip to the back is 8.7 inches. And the blade height at the heel is, so basically from here to here, that is 1.8 inches. 1.18 inches, sorry. So the blade thickness near the bolster, right here, which would be right about here. The blade thickness is at 0.14. If you go down midpoint, it's still 0.14 until you go all the way down to the tip, making it go all the way down 2.6 inches. Again, it's a light knife, weighing it just at 5.20 ounces. And the steel on this knife is everybody's favorite, M390. Hardened to 61 HRC. Excuse me. Really amazing. So, let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. I got a couple of other knives here because I know everybody's kind of tired of the Spyderco Swiss Bowie thing. So let's go ahead and do it up against just a couple of plain same old ones that I always do. Bring this over here. Sebenza 21. Size comparison, right? And how about the Chris Reeve and Cosi? Another big one. It's kind of a good comparison here because this is kind of a gives you a little better. These two give you a little better idea of the size here. So, the Chris Reeve and Cosi is a wee bit smaller. I'm gonna try and do that so you can see that. There you go. So yeah, you can see. So this knife is a wee bit bigger than the Chris Reeve and Cosi. So it's a little better comparison for you. Right there. How about the Ken Onion Leek? How about that for a little different flavor? This is the Ken Onion Leek S30V version with G10. Long gone discontinued. I think they put it out 2004 for that 1 year, and then didn't put it out again after that. Yeah, again, knife is made by Ken Onion. Kershaw Leeks made by Ken Onion, who used to work for Kershaw. He was a premier knife designer at the height where folders were just becoming popular. All right, they needed someone to design their knives, and for a while there, from like 1998 to like 2000, I'm gonna say like 2002, he was the only guy making the knives. How about the Kershaw Blur as the final knife? What do you think about that? That's an SG2, SG2, discontinued knife also, no longer around. Everybody knows Ken Onion went over to CRKT in 2010 when he left Kershaw. So that was kind of a sad day for everybody when they found out he went over there and wasn't making Kershaw knives anymore. So, but you know, life things change and they move on. So there you go, Kershaw Blur. So I gave you a couple of different knives to kind of compare it to. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and talk about Trevor Berger. Excuse me. Trevor Berger has been around for a really, really long time. He, like the other knife maker I discussed the other day, J.D. Van Deventer, these guys are like at the height of their powers, basically. They've made every kind of knife there is. They now have a solid reputation as guys to be reckoned with in the knife world. They are now practically one of the teachers of knife making, I guess you want to say that. And these two guys are like, they're just pumping knives out and making them now. They're young and they're ready to go full force with the talents that they've got to make people like me and all of us people who are into custom knives happy. So that's good news for us. So Trevor Berger comes from a family of knife makers. His father, Fred Berger, made knives for many, many, many years. And now it's Trevor Berger's turn to take over the family business, I guess, if you want to put it that way, or become the second generation in the family. to continue the tradition of knife making. He's from South Africa, which is where all my knives are from. And he is definitely a guy to be reckoned with. He's got a quirk or two. I don't want to say a quirk, because that makes it a negative thing. But he's got something about himself that's kind of interesting. When Trevor Berger makes a knife, he likes all of his knives to be clean. Okay, what I mean by that is he doesn't want any writing anywhere on his knives. It's almost, and this is my opinion, it's almost like he wants you to enjoy the knife as it is without having anything else interrupting your eyes. So what I mean is this. When I mean he doesn't have any writing, let's take a look at my Andre Thorburn piece. If you take a look at Andre Thorburn's knife, there's his insignia right there, right? You turn it around on the other side. Look at that. It says IKBS ceramic, right? You know, he's got jimping on the blade. And I'm saying this because these are all normal things that you would normally find on a knife, right? You just expect it. It's normal, okay? Trevor Berger, let's take a look at this knife. Trevor Berger doesn't have any writing anywhere on his knife. He likes a clean look. It's just something interesting about the guy. You know, it's almost like he's saying, well, when you get my knife, I just want you to enjoy the knife. I don't want to, you know, I don't want you to think of my knife as like a billboard. I mean, if you like my knife, tell my friends. But yeah, I don't want you to, you know, worry about that. I mean, if you like my knife, I'm sure you'll tell people. I don't know. That's just the way I'm seeing it. But from the standpoint of a buyer, someone buying his knives, you know, it's great. But for him, you know, it's just, it's almost as if though he was once a customer, and now he wants to continue to be a customer, but now he's a knife maker. But I'm going to make knives as if though I were still a customer, because some people don't want all that writing on their knife. Maybe that's probably what he's thinking. I don't know. So if you look at the knife, there's no jimping on the blade, which surprised me. It surprised me because he did put jimping on the handle. And let me give you another quick look. This is my other Trevor Berger piece. It's the Atlas Flipper. Everybody loves this knife. This is like almost as popular as the EXK knives, front flipper knives I was talking about earlier. If you look at this knife, it's the same thing. Nothing on there. Look at that. No writing anywhere. He does have his initials right there. We're going to go back to this knife for that in a second. But he does have his initials right there on the knife, right? But other than that, you don't see anything else written on it. There's nothing else in there. Nothing anywhere on the knife. Very, very clean. It's just the way he does things. And on this knife, there isn't even any jimping on the handle. Right, and you, like I said, you would expect that on a knife. But, you know, a lot of knife makers, they put jimping on the blade. Okay, there's Andre Thorburn putting it on his blade. We got, let's see, Willem Steenkamp putting it on his blade, right there on the knife to give your hand that nice grip. You know, actually, jimping does serve a purpose. It gives your thumb a place to kind of rest on there. But if you know, on Trevor Berger's knives, maybe he feels you don't need it. But he did put it on the handle here, so I think he realized that maybe I got to put something there because this knife is kind of big. I don't know, but it's just the way he does. So getting back to this knife, as I've said before, you can see his initials right here. Can you guys see his initials on this knife anywhere? If you want, after I upload this video, maybe you can tell me. But I'm gonna show you, but I don't know if you guys can see it or not before I even continue on. It's kind of interesting because I'm gonna be honest with you. I just found it minutes before I did this video, because I was kind of going, where the freak is this name on there? I don't see it. So do you guys see it anywhere? Any place on the knife? It's kind of hard to see. All right, I'm going to show you. Boom. There it is. There it is. Can you see that? It's hidden in the Silver Strike carbon fiber. I don't know why he did that. I mean, why wouldn't you want to at least have your initials where everybody can see it? But that is Trevor Berger. That is one of the things that he does. You'll find that on all of his knives. And knowing that, you know, as soon as you see the knife, or as soon as you see these knives, if he were running around, he goes, oh, you would go, oh, that's a Trevor Burger piece. He doesn't have any writing on it. It's just something to notice. It's not really anything huge. It's just something to notice. But yeah, that is what the man does. So yeah, the smoothness, I can't get over. Look at that. That's insane. Look. I don't even have to, I mean, talk about fall shut. That's fall shut ridiculous. You open it and it's closed. It wants to fall shut. Centering on it. Centering is to be super perfect. It is dead. Dead, 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 dead on. Super. So there you have it. Trevor Burger. Dakar flipper with silver strike carbon fiber and titanium with ceramic bearings. So now, the price on this knife, I usually don't like to talk about the price, but, you know, if you guys want to get into customs, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't shout out the price. And then, you know, you can say, well, Omar's an idiot. I don't know. So, the price on this piece, it's up there, guys. I paid, I believe, yeah, like I'm gonna say like $11.75 for this piece. Just absolute quality. I thought it was worth it. I find now you know why I did the whole Groundhog Day thing, because that money is not something that I'm willing to shell out for it. I mean, but I did today, and I'm real happy that I did. I'll deal with the consequences when the time comes. Maybe I'll just do some overtime. I don't know. You know, we're not rich in this hobby. You do have to, you know, come up with the cash somehow. When you get into this kind of stuff, it's, you know, your passion just seems to be elevated. You want another one, you want another one, another one. I mean, you just can't stop. These are just beautiful, beautiful works of art. And it is just mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. So there you go. The Trevor Burger Dakar flipper with silver strike carbon fiber and titanium. Really, really great piece. Love it. Might as well put his little brother out there. As you can see, his little brother matches, which is why I got this piece. It's just the way I like to collect, you know. So there you go. Omar the Knife Shark Guy signing off on the Trevor Burger special Dakar flipper with silver strike carbon fiber. This is Omar the Knife Shark Guy signing off, hoping you'll find this piece in your collection, and you probably will. Just because this is not, I forgot to mention that this is not a one-of-a-kind handmade, one-of-a-kind piece. It is handmade, but it's not a one-of-a-kind piece. Like I said, I got number 16 out of, I don't know how many, but I got the T16, so I got number 16 on this, which means that it is a model knife that he uses, but the knife that you would get would probably have different materials on it. Maybe this has marble carbon fiber, and maybe this has got Damascus, you know, not Damascus, but maybe it's got white micarta on it with black marble carbon fiber. Scales on it. Who knows what he might do with it. Maybe it's got like a Damascus backspacer. Might even be a full dress piece. So it's just one of the model knives, but it's not out there a lot. So if you see one and it catches your eye, definitely pick it up, because it is just fantastic. All you guys out there that are into big knives, maybe you're looking for something a little dressier, this is it. I guarantee you'll be happy. So Omar the Knife Shark Guy signing off, hoping you'll find this piece of sharp art in your collection. Thank you so much, and you guys have a great evening.